Flipped it, man.
What's up, everybody? This is our Unscripted podcast where we talk about movies and anime while having some drinks, and pretty much anything goes.
Oh, my bad. I was just like, why are you waving your finger? I'm Joey.
And I'm Kareem.
So sit back, grab a brew, and join us in this week's episode of Brew Bros. Welcome to our next episode of Brew Bros. We just finished watching episode 5 of the One Piece live action.
Baratie.
And, before we get into the episode, let's talk about today's drink.
Drink of the day is Sanji's Spicy Ginger Smash.
You're going to need bourbon. You're going to need some form of ginger liqueur. You're going to need some fresh basil leaves and some lime juice. You muddle the basil in your cup, and then you pour in the lime juice. Add some ice. Pour in 2 ounces of bourbon, half an ounce of the ginger liqueur, and you stir it. So what do you think of the drink? Does this? Is it Sanji quality?
It's getting there.
It's getting there. Okay.
Yeah, it's very sophisticated. I think one step that we could always do at another time is add a little bit of smoke to it. Give it that kiss of fire.
You think so? You don't think the bourbon is smoky enough for it?
No, I think it needs a little bit more.
Maybe a different kind of bourbon would have a smokier flavor.
No, I really think it would hold up to like maybe a nice, smoke.
Okay. I mean, we could try that out. It's definitely a drink you have to sip.
Definitely.
This is just straight alcohol. It's equivalent to like a Manhattan or an old fashioned. Those are just straight alcohol.
Yeah.
Also, right? I didn't know how I felt at first about it. Like the first round seemed like it was just kind of
Well, the first round went kind of quickly.
That is true. I mean, we did the same thing. We split it. Somehow individually it works better than making a batch.
True.
It grew on me. See, this is a drink you could drink it 2 ways.
Yeah, you could drink it the sophisticated, man drink on the rocks.
Pinky up.
With your slacks and maybe a sports coat.
You're trying to, what's the dude's name? Playboy Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
Or you could, like, I could see, we could add ginger beer to this.
Yeah, nice splash of ginger beer or ginger ale, and make it, maybe add maybe mint instead of the basil, and make it totally crushable.
We can make it club soda. It'll be like a mojito.
Yeah.
At that point. But just straight like this, it's really freaking good.
Yeah.
Is this the Sanji drink? Is it? Are we gonna make this the official Sanji drink, or are we gonna have a few more, then decide when we're buzzed?
As of now, I think it's left to be determined with the smoke.
Okay. What I don't get a lot of the flavor of the basil.
Yeah.
It might be a very subtle undertone within the drink, but it doesn't stand out to me. Not the way, like somehow the bourbon and the ginger liqueur mix very well together.
Do you think we need to maybe like bruise a basil leaf and rub the rim?
We try the next round.
Express it, and maybe that'll bring it to the forefront of our noses, and we'll get more of the basil.
Why don't we try the next round? We'll rub it around the rim, throw it into the drink, see how it goes.
Okay.
Now, as far as the episode goes,
I'm mixed about it.
See, I'm mixed about all the episodes. Like, I like it and I hate it at the same time, but it's keeping my attention to what I want to see more.
The end, it had me at the end. The end had me, although the Mihawk fight could have been better, but yeah, I like the after the fight, it brought me almost back to like that point in the anime.
I mean, I get what you're saying. It happened too quick. You know what? I don't like that they didn't go canon with the story. It's not supposed to happen this way. Zoro and Mihawk are supposed to fight when a couple of the ships were destroyed. They're Don Krieg ships.
Yes.
And they showed Mihawk fighting Don
also
Krieg.
Wasn't Baratie part of it? Wasn't that part of it destroyed?
I don't think it was destroyed. But
or the deck.
Oh wait, the deck might have been destroyed. Yeah, you're right. But Don Krieg showed up. Luffy fought Don Krieg, right?
Yeah.
And then Mihawk showed up on his coffin boat, and Zoro challenged him there, and they fought there.
Yeah.
On the destroyed ships.
Yeah, after the battle, the main battle, quote unquote, was done.
Yeah. And in this episode, they just brought him in.
It's like they use Mihawk to fight Don Krieg and cut that fight out.
The way they showed Don Krieg, I think it would have been a cool fight. Because for those few couple minutes that they showed that extra gun that popped out of his shoulder,
Hmm.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
But they showed him for like 2 minutes only.
yeah.
So I didn't like how they bounced around with that.
Also, you got to take into account like how are they really? Because there was a lot of him using his shields, and then
Yeah.
there's that shield guy.
Oh yeah. But they're not showing all the sidekicks. I think
Yeah,
they're really only showing the main characters in the show.
that's a little more difficult to pull off.
Yeah, they look very cartoonish,
Yeah.
other than the chunky cat from Syrup Village
Hmm.
with the flock of seagulls cut.
Yeah.
The episode, it's roping me in, but at the same time, I
There's
like
something like
something's missing
it
or it's going too fast.
seems out of order.
It is very out of order, and this was not canon at all. They didn't follow the anime at all.
Well, maybe they're going the route of The Walking Dead
What do you mean?
as a like the live action show of Walking Dead in the comics.
Uh-huh.
The comics, certain things happen in the comics that doesn't happen in the show, and vice versa.
I mean, I guess I could see that. I mean, Walking Dead, like Daryl wasn't supposed to be a character, but he became the fan favorite. I don't see how this kind of equates to the same thing.
Well, like all right, same event. I think Andrea, she dies way earlier.
You remember the drinking game?
Yeah, the Andrea face.
The wake up in the morning with
Yeah.
ouchies on Monday face. We used to
Oh my
play
God.
we used to play this drinking game with The Walking Dead where what was it? Every time Andrea
Andrea made the Andrea face.
the one where she spelled shit,
Yeah,
and every time she finished talking and her mouth would
it was
stay open.
open. Yeah,
Didn't we have something else I used to drink too? I mean, Andrea alone used to get us drunk on Sunday.
and every time Carl did something stupid.
Was that it? We had a couple
Yeah.
more, but Zandria was like, is that why Zandria?
Zandria.
Zandria. Actually, I used to work with this Zandria. I don't know why she came up in my head though. Andrea used to get us messed up. I remember waking up Monday with like a headache trying to go to
Hmm.
work.
Andrea game. But yeah, like she was supposed to die in like the first season before they left the camp.
I never read the
When
comics.
they found when Rick found Lori in that camp that they was in with
With Shane?
with Shane
Yeah.
and all those people.
Yeah.
Andrea was supposed to die in that initial group of people that died when they tried to escape that area.
Did you read the comics?
I read some of the comics.
See, I didn't read any of them at all,
Mm.
so to me, I had no clue what was going on.
Yeah, so she was supposed to die, and I think one of the other guys, he was supposed to live.
Was Merle in it?
Merle was in it, but I think he died. But he ended up coming back again.
He was in the comics.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember any of that.
T Dog. There's a lot of people and a lot of things that happened that never made the live action show. Relationships.
Well, I mean, I guess they could say the same thing with the MCU. The MCU is not 100% canon to the comics also. They may still have a successful franchise.
Yeah, but they take from different sources of this different comics because there's so many different versions of each comic that they could take.
I think they're trying to use the whole verse,
Multiverse, yeah.
yeah, multiverse thing. But I get well, going back to the episode, the time frame, the way that's jumping around. One episode, this whole thing is happening. All these different episodes are getting mashed into just one episode of the live
Yeah.
action. Throwing me off completely. I think that's the
Yeah.
one thing I hate the most about it, other than those horrific looking dead Mushis.
Oh, those things are creepy.
The one that Garp had right now with the mustache.
Yeah. You can see the pimples on his lip.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, yeah, freaky.
You know what was cool, but also looked weird at the same time? When Garp was attacking Luffy in the beginning, when he threw that warning shot and Luffy turned into Fusen, the ball. I think what threw me off is that his skin, like it was just,
Yeah.
like it was live action skin. He looked like a big jolly fat dude turned
Yeah.
into a balloon.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it looked really fucking weird.
Yeah, it looked cool and weird and almost way too slow.
Yes, like he delayed that in
Yeah.
inhalation. 5 minutes later. And even when it deflated, it took
Yeah.
forever. I don't know. I mean, I like the episode. It's like a love hate. I like it, but I don't know why I like it. I mean, the main reason we're supposed to be talking about is Sanji. We're
Yeah.
talking about everything else but Sanji.
Well, here's the thing. Sanji was in this episode very forgettable.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything.
He came in, he had a couple lines. That was it.
Sanji was supposed to be fighting.
Yes.
Do you remember who he fights?
No.
Doesn't he fight Jin?
I thought he fought him like towards the end. He was like one of those fights that they had. It was like Don Krieg, that shield guy, that weird big shield guy, and then Jin.
Oh, you're right. I think he fights the shield guy first. So what the hell's gonna happen now? They gotta show a fight in the next episode. But who's he gonna fight? Unless Don Krieg shows up again
Maybe.
and Luffy fights Don Krieg while Sanji fights Jin.
And then he comes to the realization that he was wrong, and whatever happens.
I guess. I mean, it leaves me with open-ended questions. It leaves me wanting to watch another episode again, but like I still can't understand why I want to watch it. Do you think we're fangirling because of watching the anime? We know what's going on.
Well, is that fangirling or is it just being one of those canon nerds? This is not canon to the story.
I think it's a little bit of. I think I'm being that way. I mean, I understand there's only so much you can do, and what they're doing really well,
Yeah.
but it's falling short for some reason.
Mm. But I believe it's only falling short because you've seen the anime.
That's 100%. But I can't let go of the anime.
Mm.
Like I can't just sit here
And turn off your blinders to
Yeah,
what you've seen or what you know of it.
yeah. Because I'm like, hey, what about this? Oh, what about that? And I feel like I can't enjoy
Yeah.
the show fully. What's helping me enjoy it though is this drink.
Let's drink it, don't it?
Sanji Spicy Ginger Smash.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So, in your opinion, same question to you: is it Sanji?
Ooh, is this Sanji? Yes, I think it is. I'm gonna say it's Sanji. I'm gonna say it's Sanji
Mhm.
because Sanji's a cook and he's a master chef.
You got the basil.
He could take one ingredient
Hmm.
and make it many different ways.
Yeah.
Right. So here we have several ingredients. We have the flavor of ginger. We have the flavor of the basil.
Hmm.
We have lime, and we have the bourbon all mixed in together. 4 different unique flavors that are working together to form a drink.
Hmm.
Now, it could be it's complicated in the sense that this isn't a drink that you could drink very quickly. Because if not,
Well, you need to sip it to enjoy it.
yes, it's a sipping drink, but you could easily transform it by adding something else to it, turn it into a different kind of cocktail.
Yeah.
The way Sanji would make a different dish using the same ingredients.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's complex, it's simple. You could drink it slow, or you could add something to it, make a completely other drink, and smash it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a Sanji drink for me.
Okay.
It's a good first introduction to Sanji
Okay.
because when he evolves post time skip, we gotta get a different drink.
We'll get into that when we get there.
True, if the live action gets there.
Yeah. It may. I think it should. Maybe. That's a long ways ahead.
It is, but regardless, I kind of just want to make a drink for each individual character. Like make our own little small booklet for us.
Okay.
You know, we could make the entire crew when they first come up, a list of drinks for the entire crew post time skip, a list of drinks when Luffy becomes a Yonko.
Well, we could let's say the live action show doesn't get that far. We could just do it with the anime.
I'm saying yeah, this is the official Sanji drink. Agree?
I like I said, I told you I believe because not only that Sanji is a cook,
Mm-hmm.
and you need that wok hay, right? The kiss of the fire, but
All right, so
he also smokes. So that would totally encapsulate Sanji by adding that one technique to this, and it would totally be a Sanji.
so it's missing the smoky ingredient
Yeah.
for this to be a drink for you,
Uh,
or the Sanji drink for
yes.
you. Don't you have pellets?
Mhm.
We could smoke these up right now and then create the drink off of that.
Okay.
Want to do that and see how it goes?
Yeah.
All right, let's pause this. We just smoked the drink,
Mhm.
added a little basil around the rim.
Mhm.
Okay. Now I want you to take the first sip. Tell me what you think, because this is your addition. This is your sophisticated version.
Okay.
You can smell the smoke.
I smell the smoke. I get the
Yes.
smoke. I get the basil.
Okay, I can smell the basil around the rim. I definitely get this. I get the smokiness to it too. I'll the test.
All right.
Is this the sophisticated drink you're looking for? It adds a different level.
Yes. Um, it's getting there. I think if we instead of smoking a glass, if maybe we smoke the drink.
How will we smoke the drink unless we got to make the drink and cover the whole drink
Mm-hmm.
and smoke it like that? We can if we use this thing to cover it.
Okay.
So the way it is right now, it's still not 100% for you.
It's getting there.
Okay. I see what you mean by the smoky flavor though.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right. I think it was missing that. See, the way we could do it was if we could set it up like this, put the thing in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then cover it like this.
Okay.
That should be able to smoke it. You want to do that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna pause it.
All right. So not only did we smoke the cup itself, now we smoked the entire drink
Yes.
in there. Okay. Now you go first. I want you to try it out. Ooh, look at that smoke.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely get the smoke in there. Kind of hard not to at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if third time's a charm. You know, I like the smoky aspect of it. I was a little hesitant at first, but you're right. Sanji is smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke is a part of cooking. It adds another level to the drink.
Another depth.
Now, by your standards, is this the Sanji drink?
I believe it is.
Okay, so in order for this thing to be the Sanji drink, you need bourbon. We're doing 3 ounces of bourbon, not two. Half an ounce of a ginger liqueur. 4 basil leaves muddled,
Mm-hmm.
and half an ounce of lime juice.
Mm-hmm.
Before you do that, you smoke the glass, mix the drink in a separate cup, then pour it into the smoked glass.
So do you? Is it a prior smoking, or you want to smoke it after?
You want to start the smoke first and then mix the drink in a
Okay.
separate container.
Mm-hmm.
That way the cup has a smoky flavor to it.
Okay.
Okay. After you mix the drink, you add all your ice and everything. Everything's mixed together. You're stirring this, you're not shaking it. You pour it into the smoky glass, and then you smoke the entire drink over again,
Mm-hmm.
covering the drink. And it's pretty much like a double smoke
Yeah.
at this point.
So we're probably gonna have to rename it because I'm no longer getting the spice. But I am. So could it be Sanji's smoked ginger smash?
Smoked ginger smash. I like that. Sanji smoked ginger smash. Just look at the spiciness of the ginger. It's not as strong, but it's in there.
Mm,
Maybe if we did 1 ounce of the ginger liqueur,
maybe.
3 ounces bourbon, 1 ounce ginger liqueur.
Mm,
Maybe we could try it.
yeah.
I think we made our drink.
Yeah. Like this is something I could see, Sanji sipping on while he's cooking.
You think so?
Yeah, totally.
I do. I like the smoke flavor now. Like it. Like it's permeating everything.
Hmm.
It was missing this, but the drink before was good.
I'm not saying it was bad. It was bad. I'm just saying I don't think it fit what we were trying to build when we decided on the drink.
You think the smoke added like a level of sophistication? Is that what you think was missing?
Yeah,
Because of his cooking style, because of his personality.
both.
I mean, he is a sophisticated cook,
Yeah,
no doubt about that. But he's also has that level of quirkiness. Like he's a dumbass.
but that's all of them.
That's true.
That's all of them. So what he portrays not around the ladies is, I think, what this drink signifies. The sophisticatedness of how he cooks with the level of confidence in
Okay,
his craft.
I dig it. I can't talk straight. Where were we in the review?
Where are we gonna? I guess, yeah.
Was that the end of it, or or we just make this episode kind of seems like it was more on the drink, more drink. What am I trying to say?
It was drink review heavy centric.
Emphasized.
Yes.
We were emphasizing the drink more than the actual episode.
Well, that's because in this episode there wasn't much Sanji, even though it was his introduction.
Uh huh.
He didn't really do. It was very forgettable.
Do you think Mihawk played the part right? The guy who they chose for Mihawk?
Like how you feel with the live action One Piece is how I feel about the portrayal of Mihawk. It's like just parts that I liked, and there's parts I didn't like at all.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I could see that. You know what? I'm curious to know. What is your theory behind the eyes? Mihawk has the eyes. It's a very particular kind of eye.
Hmm.
His happened to be yellow, and he has a ring around the eye itself.
Yeah.
Not every character in the series has that. And so far, off the top of my head, there's three more people that have it.
Hmm.
Okay. Imu, the
Who's that?
head of the head of the Navy.
Okay.
He's like equivalent of the king. Then there's the Gorosei,
Hmm.
and then is the Navy admiral and the
Hmm.
vice admirals and so on and so forth. So he's like the king of the Navy. Imu has the eyes. His eyes are red,
Okay.
okay, with the ring. Zunisha, the elephant, has the eyes. Those eyes are blue or like a teal kind of color with the
Hmm.
ring. And do you remember Cavendish, the the flamboyant one who had a split personality? When he would go to sleep, the evil personality would come forth. When he was awake, it was his normal self would come forth. It was in the arc where Dressrosa, in the Colosseum, everybody was
Hmm.
fighting
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
the battle free for all.
Yeah.
Cavendish was in there. He was on top of a horse, and I think he had a rose with him.
Uh-huh.
But something happened where his personality would be put to sleep, and then the other crazy one would come out, and he's even stronger.
I vaguely remember that arc,
Okay, so
but I kind of I know the name.
so Cavendish, there's a moment where he splits into two.
Hmm.
One half is I forgot what the name of the personality is, and the other half it's the good or bad, right?
Hmm.
One eye is blue, I think.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, it's a Jekyll and Hyde thing. One eye is blue when he's evil, the other eye is yellow, but they both have the ring.
Okay.
So there's something about that eye. What do you think it is?
I don't know that, but there's so many types of characters in One Piece. Is it like a special kind of is it a signifier of a special skill, or is it something genetic?
It might be some kind of special skill. Did you notice in the episode they were zooming in on his eye, on Mihawk's
Yeah.
eye at certain parts?
Well, part of me, like, I think it's fanfare, but I could be wrong. Like, oh, yeah, that's Mihawk's eyes. But so then, do they ever explain it in the anime?
No, they don't explain it, but only certain characters have that eye.
Mm.
Do you remember in Marineford
Mhm.
when Luffy was about to attack Mihawk,
Mhm.
and Mihawk looked at him and almost like he projected an image into Luffy, and Luffy canceled his whatchamacallit, his
Mhm.
attack. So it's almost like he thought projected it into his into
Mhm.
Luffy, or Luffy somehow used some type of observation hockey to see into the future. Because Luffy saw his hands getting cut.
Yeah,
So do you think that's the power of his eye?
could be. That's something for the guy in the chair.
They don't explain it though.
But you could always Google Mihawk's eyes
I
and
could,
see
but
what you.
no one understands what the hell is up with his eyes. I guess that's me, right? Guy in the chair.
Mhm.
I don't like the position. I almost typed in guy in the chair.
All right, I'm looking up guy in chair. Oop, that's me.
What am I looking up? What does Mihawk's eyes mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it says Hawk eyes. I didn't put Mihawk. See, see right here it says Nefertari will the D. Emu still remains a cryptic, mysterious individual.
Mhm.
And now they're not talking about the shocking connection between Emu and Mihawk's eyes may be teasing something big in One Piece.
Mm.
So they could be they're going to be playing some kind of major role, but I don't
It
think.
could mean something, but right now it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, right now it doesn't mean anything because they haven't gone into it, but
Yeah.
there is something about it.
Hmm.
Did you notice that his blade was black in this, right now when he fought Zoro?
It was black?
I think it was.
No.
Yeah, in the episode. What I don't remember is if we saw it black or not in the episode because it didn't
In the anime,
in
yes.
the anime. But did you see it in the episode?
No.
Did it have a okay? Because he's supposed to have it black at this point.
Hmm.
See, this article over here is talking about Zunisha has it, Emil has it,
Mhm.
and Mihawk has it. Like I said before,
Yeah, the ring dies.
yeah. During the Paramount War Marineford, Luffy was about to attack Mihawk. However, he immediately gave up, realizing that the latter could have chopped his arms off.
Mhm.
Popular belief is that Luffy unconsciously used observation haki, foreseeing his hands getting sliced off by Mihawk's counterattack. So there's a chance Luffy saw it based on his observation haki.
Not Mihawk projected.
Mm-hmm. So that could be part of it, kind of like the way Katakuri
Mhm.
was able to see what was it, like 30 seconds or something like that
Yeah.
into the fight. There's also a possibility that Mihawk used his eyes to project into Luffy's head a vision of what could have happened if he had tried to hit him.
Hmm.
So it's unclear.
Yeah,
Oda still has never explained what the eyes mean. Only certain characters have the eyes. Now, do you buy into the theory that Zoro might be trying to develop that one eye, or is his eye gone?
I personally don't think it's on.
Okay, what do you think he's doing?
I'm thinking that he has already unlocked something, but he hasn't really developed how to control it, or he's holding it back until he really needs to unleash the full power. So he's almost like Kampachi,
Okay.
that he's trying to, fight at half power until he's strong enough to be able to, use that half power to fight anybody. And then when he gets to the stronger people, he'll have to use his full power and then he'll unleash whatever magical eye he has.
Okay, but in Bleach, Kenpachi is purposely nerfing himself.
Yes.
In this one, they don't explain anything about the eye, and he does have a scar over his eye.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got wounded in one of the battles with Mihawk on Mihawk Island.
Did they ever give a name to his island? No, right?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
recall it.
Halloween Island.
Yeah, Gorilla Island.
So you think this entire well, okay? There is another theory that I saw.
Almost like Rock Lee, fighting and everything with his weights on.
So do you think if he opens his eye prematurely, he's gonna go crazy or something?
No.
There is a someone did say that. Someone did say that maybe he has his eye closed because he's trying to develop the power for that. And if he opens his eye and unleashes it, he might actually lose sight of who his friend and foe. Almost the way
Or
Cavendish is.
maybe. Yeah.
Though Cavendish is when he turns into the other personality, can't distinguish between both, and he'll attack anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So Zoro might. I don't remember who did that. Whether it was BDA Law on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
or Grand Line Review or somebody else altogether. It could be Balls Deep. What the hell is
Anime Ball Sape.
Anime Balls Deep? They might have said that.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly who it was because
Yeah.
I watch all three of them all the time.
Shout out, by the way.
Yeah, right. Hey, if you guys want to be on our podcast, please bless us. I do like those guys. They seem pretty cool. You think the dude from BDA Law is stoned? He gives me like those eyes look like he's high to me.
I don't think I have watched BDA Law.
I might have to erase this. I don't want to talk shit. Really? You don't watch BDA Law?
No.
He's the black dude?
No.
Really? You're gonna have to pull up. Oh, I got a guy in the chair, right?
Yeah, you're good in chair.
I don't like this position.
But have you noticed that we're sipping this now and we're not guzzling like we used to?
Yeah, I guess so.
No, I haven't seen him.
You've never watched this guy?
No.
He has a pretty good show.
Well, I don't think any of his videos ever popped up on my
In your feed.
on my timeline.
I don't know if he does other animes. For the
Hmm.
most part, he primarily is
One Piece.
One Piece. Yeah,
Okay.
he calls himself Brago the Ace.
Okay.
That's why
Yeah.
BDA Law. He's got a pretty good show. But
I'll check that out.
when I watch him, like you see those right there, those eyes.
Hmm.
To me, he's probably stone watching. So he does live reactions to reading the manga and the anime. And every now and then he'll get a show where he talks with other people, they video conference,
Yeah.
and they talk about what's going on. Very animated, very loud, very it's he's a cool guy.
Okay.
I like his show a lot.
I'll have to check him out.
I actually tried reaching out to him to see if he'd be interested in
Collab.
listening. Not even a collab.
Oh, checking out the show.
Just checking out the show. Yeah, I went out to him and I went out to Grand Line Review.
Mm.
You ever watch him?
Yes.
I forgot I was gonna go with it. I didn't have a follow up question.
Well, yes. On that note.
Play us out, Charlie.
So anyway,
His
eyes, Zoro. Could it be anything like when you get overpowered could affect mine? I guess in One Piece, it's always a possibility. But I don't think that's what's going on. I think this is something that either he's gained a skill that his body or his skill is not able to is not caught up to it. So he keeps it closed because he knows what that skill could do to him, to his body, or he's self nerfing himself because he wants to be stronger without it and only use it when he, desperately needs to use it.
You know, if he is purposely nerf, and you know what, I don't think he would be nerfing himself because he's willing to do anything to become the greatest swordsman. What if this is that thing that pushes him over the
But
top?
okay, so Mihawk is right now the goat of the swordsmen.
Yeah.
He beat Zoro with a a neck knife with a
he
push
put
pin.
he put what is those Eagle Scout knives?
Yeah, with a Swiss Army
A
knife.
Swiss Army knife, yeah.
He beat him with a Swiss Army knife. So that's technically a nerf against battling a guy with three katanas.
I don't think he nerfed himself. I think he's like, you're not
His,
worthy enough of me showing you my true power. That's not nerfing. That's no, not so much egotistical. Yeah, no, it was egotistical because he said he's like, you're not worth it. You're not worth me putting down my
yeah,
sword. But he gained his respect in the episode, like almost immediately. Gave two clashes. It's like, okay, I'll just use my big knife now. I'll use my big sword.
but he didn't use it because he had to. He used it because out of respect, because he saw that he had potential.
You think so?
Yeah,
I don't know if I got that. I guess you're right.
because he could have finished him off with the push pin.
Did he stab him in the anime?
Yeah.
He did stab him.
Well, did he stab him with his little mini Mihawk?
I don't know because it's in the episode. It looked like it almost took him out with the little
Yeah,
push pin stab,
yeah.
and Zoro was like, "Oh, I'm almost done."
What you got in that push pin?
Oh my God, is it poison? He stabbed him with a 1 inch push pin, and Zoro's like, "Ah, so weak."
My leg's weak.
I think the coolest part of that fight was the initial clash when
Hmm.
he used the army knife to stop the blades.
Yeah,
Because it was blade against blade. It was a tip itself.
yeah.
That was pretty cool. The action sequence of the fight, I thought it was cool.
Hmm.
It was almost like watching Mihawk do Aikido against somebody who
Yeah.
was armed because he didn't really look he was trying,
Hmm.
you know. But it ended very quickly. That was
Well,
like
the original fight was quick. It wasn't that long.
I don't know. I think the original fight had more clash, more thunderous clashes.
Maybe thunderous, but it was over pretty quickly.
I guess you're right in that sense. But I don't know. This leaves me wanting more, but I don't know if it's because I want to see more or if I'm frustrated. I want to see what's gonna happen next. It's pulling me in, and at the same time, I want to be like, yo, what the fuck? Where's this? Where's that? It's missing stuff for me. It's like I love it and hate it.
Yeah.
Is the drink making it tolerable?
No, maybe, but
No, yes, I'm
yeah,
impressed.
yeah,
Maybe.
it's possible.
I cook, I clean.
No, here's the thing. If we saw this like without watching the anime, I think I would enjoy it to a certain degree.
I'm enjoying the show, but like we have the answers to the questions already from watching the anime.
We have the answers, but they're rephrasing the questions differently.
That blew my head a
So
little.
it's
That
like
made so much sense.
it's like like we have the answers, but how they asking it? You're like, what? The answer should be so simple, but we know the answers, but it's like the questions are making us doubt what we already know.
It's kind of like saying a statement of like, water's wet. Water is wet?
But how wet is water? See?
Wet water is yet.
Like, yeah. Like, they're they're asking a question we already know the answer to, but not in the way that we're used to answering the question. We know Sanji is going to be part of the the Straw Hats, but they're kind of putting like, well, Don Creek fought Mihawk. Like, what?
He never fought Mihawk, right?
No, that we know of. They came from another battle. We don't know what battle.
That is
Ooh.
true. That is true. No, but then they would have mentioned something in the anime. They would have said something along the lines of, "Oh, you're here too," or what, blah blah blah. When Don Krieg met up with them. No, okay, Don Krieg. They do mention it. The crew had fought with somebody on the Grand Line, and they weren't ready for it, so they got defeated by somebody on the Grand Line. But it wasn't Mihawk.
Well, they don't say that who it was.
They don't say who it was, but it wasn't Mihawk. Showed up later on his floating coffin boat.
Hmm. Did he get a call? No.
Garp never called him in the anime.
Oh.
No, I forgot how Mihawk somehow Mihawk showed up. He pulled a Shanks and just poof showed up to this thing. if he did get a call, it happened off screen.
Okay.
They don't really get into that.
Mm.
I kind of wish they would have showed Mihawk in the coffin boat in
Yeah.
here. That would have been cool because it was just a floating
Oh,
around.
this part of how we're kind of introduced to Mihawk in the anime.
Yeah, that was the first. No, the first scene wasn't he? Did they show him in Goldie Rogers' execution?
No.
They showed a bunch of different people. He might have been mixed in
Well,
the
I'm
crowd.
talking about in as far as in the anime.
Okay.
No, they didn't show anybody in the crowd
Okay.
in the anime. In the live action, they did.
Damn, that was so long ago. I don't remember any of that. Are we gonna continue to the next episode? Or you want to call it a night?
What do you want to do?
I'm down to watch another.
Okay, let's do it because we didn't get enough Sanji. He was forgettable.
He really was. They did the same shit with Usopp too. They nerfed his appearance within the first 2 episodes. They didn't really show enough of him. They're nerfing him here. It was like the main focus of this episode was Zoro and Mihawk, and Sanji just happened to be introduced.
And Sanji was there.
Yeah, he was just like, this is that guy. Oh, you know what was really good that they did well? Luffy washing the dishes, which was a little bit racist.
Yeah.
He showed a Mexican in the kitchen.
Not surprised.
That's messed up. All right, we're gonna go into the next episode. Until then, make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment, listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Spreaker. Crap, where else are we? Google Podcasts.
Yeah.
We're in a couple of different.
Are we on Amazon too?
Yeah, we are. We are on Amazon Music. Because Spreaker kind of puts us out to several different ones.
Okay.
But leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Until then,
stay fly.
Peace out, everybody.